Hi guys, so this is going to be my review of Breaking Free by Skillet featuring Lacey Sturm. Let's go! Okay, so Breaking Free is one of the songs off of the new Skillet, I guess, kind of extension slash EP that's based off of their most recent album, Unleashed. This is called Unleashed Beyond. There's 5 new songs and I think like 3 or 4 remixes of, Feel Invincible, and then an acoustic version of Stars from a movie, I guess it was used. But this song is one this was announced a while ago, but this song was actually talked about by John, saying it was very like old school Skillet, like Rebirthing and Whispers in the Dark, which those, by the way, are 2 of my favorite songs by them. So when he said that, I instantly was like, oh, this is gonna be good. And so now it's here, and I'm honestly kind of torn on this song. I mean, I really haven't listened to any of the other songs off the album, or off of this extension, rather. But I guess I'll go and listen to them, and then I guess see how it fares against them. But I guess to put this to John's claim, I mean, I definitely hear it. It's definitely a very old school vibe. I guess with the way they've evolved, I guess it just feels different than their old school work, because it opens with this really electronic kind of sounding, like it almost sounds like a loop that Corey like plugged in on a keyboard and then just kind of looped on her laptop there. But the one thing that I like about like in the intro is it's very old school Skillet. It's very like Rebirthing, and I don't know, I wouldn't say Rebirthing, I'd go more Whispers in the Dark. But it's that electronic thing. Normally on your old school stuff they use violins and the viola and the cello, whichever one they use. I know they use the violin and something else. But I guess I'm sorry, it's very late and I'm very like cold and itchy because I just showered, so I'm like I don't know, I wish they would have gone back and used the violins and had their orchestral people, I guess, for lack of a better term. Don't go there with me. I wish they'd have come on and played on the song and played those notes and kind of did their own thing with them, rather than just kind of having it do like a doot 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 doot, you know, something like that. I wish they would have done that, but I mean, I really can't complain. I like the song. That's my opinion. I actually enjoyed the song. Now, the one thing I will say was I was not expecting, given that John had said that it was an old school Skillet song, I was thinking they were going to keep it the pre-Awake vibe, so we're going to go Comatose and Collide kind of vibes with this. So I was not expecting to hear Jen in the chorus. I mean, I was expecting to hear like a backing vocal maybe, but I was not expecting to have her do her own like lead vocals, I guess. I was expecting her to just do like backing vocals for Lacey and that's it. You know what I mean? But, you know, I mean, again, the band's evolved and, you know, they have a female singer now, so I guess I can't really complain. And I guess if anything, it's kind of bringing back the old, like, Rebirthing vibe where it's not Jen, it's Corey singing on Rebirthing, you know? Which I enjoy Rebirthing like crazy. It's one of my favorite songs actually to play on my bass. But, I don't know. I guess I just wish it would have been Corey singing rather than Jen, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm still torn on that section as far as the whole chorus goes. But then we get to Lacey's verse, and Lacey has her voice ever since she left Flyleaf. I mean, her voice, even when she was in Flyleaf, has always been very, like, amazing to me. Because the way she's able to blend her screaming into her rougher vocal that's still like singing, it's like melodic singing, but with like a harsher tone to it, almost like John does. I've always loved how she was able to manage that, and being female, that's never really been seen at the time she was around. It was always like Hayley Williams from Paramore, or the old singer, I don't remember her name, the old singer from Arch Enemy. Thank you. There we go. Thank you, brain. Good boy. But she doesn't do a lot of like screaming in the song. I mean, she does, which is kind of cool to hear in a Skillet song where a female is screaming. I don't know. I've never heard Corey or Jen do any of that, so it's just kind of cool, I guess. Her verse is really cool, just because she gives it a little more eerie, like dark tone to it, I guess. Like, it's the same thing as verse 1, where John was singing, but she's able to make it so much more darker because of her voice and the way she's able to use her vocals. It's just, it's so cool and like eerie. And when Jen comes in and does a backing vocal for her, they're not only are their voices are a match made in heaven for harmony. I found it enjoyable, I guess. And I know I'm picking apart the song like piece by piece, but I don't know. I guess that's just how I'm doing this. This is my first ever track review. I've done an album, but I've never done like a whole track review, so forgive me if this is kind of brutal. But I guess I don't know. So let's skip ahead to the solo now, because I was thinking for the second chorus it was going to be Lacey singing, but it was John, which I was like, okay, cool. Why didn't she sing it? But anyway, so we get to the solo. The solo is actually surprisingly simple. I was thinking because they were going back to that old school vibe, or they were going to try and bring it back, that it was going to be, you know, this technical, like, kind of whispers in the dark, where it's like a whole bunch of like just like twin guitar like harmonies, and there's like so much stuff going on that I wouldn't be able to even like ever learn it. But I guess it's just, I don't know. I guess again, it's the whole band's evolved and there's, you know, new members. I guess it's just one of those things. I just wish that they had kind of stuck to what they had promised. I mean, we got it. We definitely got an old school vibe with this song, but I just don't think they completely did the job, if you know what I mean. They delivered on the promise, but I feel like it was kind of half-assed. But the last chorus intro where John does that scream, I pray, that was freaking badass. I actually really liked that. The one thing that I will say I was hoping would happen, because it was Lacey, and I've heard her work with We As Human before they split on their song Take the Bullets Away, which, if you haven't heard that song, please go listen to it, because it is freaking awesome. What I was hoping for, because I heard Lacey was on the track, was there was going to be a lot more screaming. Sure, John said he was screaming, that's cool. I think I'm a little let down by the song, mostly because I was hoping there'd be more screaming. It only really happens in like the last chorus to the end of the song, which, that ending. For those who haven't heard it and are watching this, which by the way, why are you? It's okay, I'm gonna put the song over top of this so you can listen to it all. Discussing it. I just really liked that. That was what I was expecting out of the song. Like when Lacey was in it, I was expecting something like that in the chorus. Not what, I mean, sure, that's like typical Skillet what we got in the chorus. And that's again an old school vibe thing. But honestly, when you have a featured guest, and when that featured guest is Lacey Sturm, I would hope that you would use her vocals in a much better way than just kind of having her for a verse and a little bit of screaming in the background, and at the end of the song bringing her back to just an epic screaming kind of match between her and John. I don't have to say the ending's bad. Personally, if I had to choose, I would honestly pick that ending and use that as the basis for the whole song. I just wish that the song with Lacey had been more aggressive. So now I guess it comes time for the rating. If I had to rate the song on a scale, I'm gonna go out of 10 because I'm a dick, and you bastards on the Rock and Robbie group that use 5s eat my asshole, because I don't like using decimals unless I absolutely have to. Anyway. But if I had to give this song a rating, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Because I like it. For what it was attempting, it got there. It definitely gave the old school vibe of, you know, stuff maybe on Comatose more so than I just wish that there had been things done differently, more use of Lacey rather than just having her on 15 seconds of a song, you know, just stuff like that, you know, seems like it's a simple thought, but I guess never really got thought of. You know, at the end of the day, Skillet's gonna do what they're gonna do, and to be honest, that might have even, you know, if that ended up being Lacey's decision, I mean, who are we to decide, you know? Maybe that was her idea. I don't want to be on much of the song, because this is your old school vibe song, but I really like it and I want to be on it. You know, maybe it was her idea, hey, can I be on a song with you? And they just happened to pick the one they were going with their old school kind of thing with. But, I mean, like I said, we won't know unless they talk about it in an interview, which most likely will happen. So, final score is a 6 out of 10. Sorry, I had to be weird there. 6 out of 10. So thank you guys for watching and listening to me mumble about a song. A single song, not a whole album. Which, that reminds me, I've actually got one that I want to do. Let me know. I'll post the album what I want to do a review of. I'll do it. I'll type the name of it in the comments below. Respond. Let me know what you guys think. Should I not? Give me your honest thoughts of it in the comments below. And what did you guys think of the song? If you've heard it several times, and you've been, what have you thought of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I mean, I know there's opposite ends of the spectrum on this one. I've seen you bastards. I have seen you. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop being weird now. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe. You guys all know what to do. I'm on Facebook. I'm on all the lovely social medias now, except for a couple of things. But I will talk to you guys later. Peace.